Okay, I think I'm gonna try to do another one. Um, so I just finished a game. Let's try again. Hopefully I have similar luck. I'm back down to 3Q, so I'll bring it down to one max rank difference, and I'll try out all speeds of game, even though I'm terrible at fast games. Okay, so auto match, and we get a game right away. Black against a 2Q and 0.5 Komi. So good luck and enjoy the game. Let's see how I do. Okay, so I'll go for my typical opening. I really need to do some research into something else I can do as black because I'm always doing this every game. And while it's still very entertaining, I really like this opening here that we see. Um, it might help me a little to spread my wings a little. Okay, so this is the second most common move I see after getting my three stones. The first most common is O17, which is actually the move I'm hoping people make. C16 is the other good option. So normally at this point I would go into the Taisha with D14, but recently I've tried out D15 on the Korean servers. Just because on the Korean servers people play, I play D14 and I get into a crazy fight that I'm not at all comfortable in. So this isn't the Korean server, um, but at the same time, I like the result I get after D15 because after extending a couple of times, it just, yeah, and then grabbing something like L17, I've got a large Moyo and white is low. I mean he's got these low third line stones on the left, and I mean only two stones on the bottom. In comparison with my four on the top. So maybe I'll do D15. I mean, on KGS I usually have luck with D14, but yeah, let's try something a little different. Let's try D15. Push him low. I mean, he'll almost certainly go C15. This is almost the only move I ever see in response. C15, we go out a few times, and then I'll take L17, for instance. I've never seen it. Oh, okay, so he's going to jump out to C14 instead. Um, I don't think this is particularly good. If I dive in, B15, Atari, Atari, and then capture this stone in exchange for him getting a Ponuki on the bottom, on the left. I mean, I get a big corner. He gets some thickness on the left side here, which I can then try to neutralize. On the other hand, if I follow along here, then he's always one step ahead of me. If I connect here and he blocks at B16, then I have this ladder. Does this ladder work for me? I don't think that it does. Oh god, it's embarrassing that I have to still trace this out with my finger. Yeah, I don't think it does. Basically, my black stones will be going down this diagonal, and so eventually I'll be one liberty short here. So I don't actually have the ladder here. So maybe I shouldn't do this right away. Although, to be honest, I could probably do B13. He'll do D13, then I'll still be in the lead, I think. Yeah, sure. Let's try it. Let's just see what happens. I'm not convinced this is a good idea. What if I do B16 instead of B14? Then, okay, if he Ataris, then yeah, it's the same idea. Yeah, let's just see what happens. The real question is if he'll play B13 or B16. Okay, he's going to do B13. That's a simpler variation by far. He's going to capture. I'm going to do B17. Just making sure. Yeah, B17. So now I've got a large corner and he's got a Ponuki. I mean, I think this is slightly better for black, but it's also Gote for black. So it's not really a huge win or loss for anyone. I don't think. He'll probably do something like D14 next because that is Sente. Well, it's sort of Sente. He might do something like D10. No, he's going to do D14. So is this actually Sente? I don't know. If he pushes here and I go there, then that's not much of a gain. If he pushes at D16 and I extend, then again, he's not really gaining that much. So actually, maybe I should treat this as not Sente and just grab L17. Let's just make sure that there's really nothing to worry about. I mean, there's D10 to worry about, just giving him a lot of territory. But this, it just seems so tepid to block at e14. It just seems tiny. d14. Yeah, let's grab k16. Normally I would do l17, but after this whole thing here, it's really much better thickness than if the normal thing had happened. So k16, k16, k17. All good options. Let's do k16. So I'm really laying my claim to the top and the right. So the top, this whole area. And white's got a strong left side, but I feel compensated. Oh, I did not think this. I did not think about this. The only reasonable move is c17. Then he's maybe going to try, yeah, that's just Sente. So this is not like anything dangerous, it's just sort of a good follow-up for him. Now this is Sente, of course. I have to capture here. So yeah, this is actually really good for white. This was a good play by him. Next time I know that I really should respond to d14. There's this cutting point here, which is non-trivial. It is a little bit of a worry for white, but overall, I think he got the better result here. Okay, so keeping in mind that I'm now playing with white's left side being really strong, what's the best way to deal with this? I'm thinking something like f4. And the normal approach is f3, but I really don't want to have him play something like f4 or e5 or anything like that. So I think f4, keeping him low, try to stretch this way. So I'll try it. f4. Any viewers yet? 3 viewers. Hello, viewers. Midnight on a Saturday. Most people have lives. I paused other game to watch. Thank you, Andrew. So I guess I'm actually just a 2 viewers, other than Andrew. Okay. F3. Yeah, I mean, this is really typical when when everything is shifted over one line to the left, right? If this had been c4, e4, then this is normal. As it is, the normal approach g3 I think is worse for black than it usually is because, I mean, there's that much more territory in the corner. I'm not sure what the typical Joseki is here because I don't typically play anything like f4. I feel like if I do e4, sort of like the small avalanche shifted over a line, I'm still giving black too much corner territory. So maybe I'll just do something like d6. Threatening an e4 turning into a d5 connection. Again, the whole goal is just to neutralize this thickness that I've given white. Yeah, let's try it. c6. I need to look up this Joseki after the game, because I don't know. I don't know what the right thing to do is here. I'm normally the one with the influence. I don't usually give it away. Okay. d6. Okay. So we could break into the normal, like d7, blah, blah, Joseki. The goal is to try to make as much use of the f4 stone as possible. So does that? I mean, d7, e6, c5, c4. And then if I push here, the usual block has the e4 stone to worry about. So in some sense, f4 is perfectly positioned for the attach and extend Joseki. Maybe. I can't really read that. What about d5? This is again not normally a Joseki C, but when it does happen, it goes d5, e5, c5. Now if he connects at e6, again I'm cutting here, which could be good. And if he connects there, then I mean that's sort of the worst place to connect. I have Atari at d7, and then I can extend to d9. So actually, yeah, let's try that. That looks good. If he does the cut underneath at c5, that's normally bad. Normally you don't see that, but yeah, and it's even worse now, right? Because I'm coming out right into e5. So yeah, he is gonna go e5, which is the right thing. So now, which one of these two connections is he gonna pick? Or is he gonna pick something like out of the ordinary, like f5? No, he's gonna go with the typical e4. Again, because he's worried. So that's where f4 came in handy. It made this e4 cut more severe than usual. So now I can do this and this. So that really helps neutralize the influence. Now I've got sort of a stabilized group. I mean, f4 is now kind of dead, but the ag might come in useful when I'm trying to, reduce. That's the word I was looking for, reduce the bottom. So, all in all, I'm not too unhappy. Oh, hi, team leader. No pressure. Okay, so he's actually going to waste a move right away, protecting, just killing that. I'm not sure that that's wise. I'm not sure that he needs to waste a whole move right now doing that. But he's going to. So that's nice. I mean, f4 has really paid off now. So now it's time to start thinking about what the other large points on the board are. So I would really love to grab something like g17. It's worth quite a few points of territory, because if he plays f17 and I crawl along the second line, I mean, he's just reducing maybe 10 to 15 points worth of territory right there. Interestingly enough, a move like j10 or k10, or rather k10 or l10, is really large, I feel. I also need to prevent anything too big from happening on the bottom. So maybe pull the same trick, try a little q5, maybe try a little r6, sorry, q6, not q5, that would be weird. The bottom side, so I've transferred the thickness from here, this thickness is now not so useful, over to here. So now I need to deal with this. I've already neutralized this. Let's see if there's any nice abuse I can do against these stones now. I mean, now that I've got some thickness here, I feel like this cut is a little bit more potent. Cut, okay, so if he protects that way, I go here, and he's got to worry about that ladder there. If he pushes me down, then he's got to worry about, eye removal tricks here. So yeah, actually this cut feels like it might be really useful. It's just, what if he does f13? I go here, can he honey there? No, not really. Because after I go here, he goes there, Atari, connect, Atari, extend, connect out, and I'm good. So maybe this cut is worth taking right away. Or maybe I need to build up some thickness in the center first. So many decisions. If I ignore the bottom, what's his next strengthening move? Probably like an L4 or something, or an M5, an M3. So maybe in that sense, this is the biggest thing. Expanding my territory and also giving me a place to jump into his. Yeah, I kind of like K10, and it also sort of prepares this cut. I mean, it might come in handy in the fight. So yeah, let's try K10. Let's try K10, aiming at K4 or K5, and the cut at E14. Okay, so he does the 3-3 invasion right away. He doesn't want to let me get too much of a framework there. Well, not too much of a territory. There actually is going to help me get a framework. So I'm about to get really large thickness here. That much is clear. What's the best way to make use of that? Well, which way to block is more important, first of all? Probably this way. Now the real question is, do I want to double Hane here? So double Hane, attend, so that'll give me my corner back, but he'll have a Ponuki here. Thanks to the R10 stone, maybe that's okay. No, it's not. Yeah, let's not get too fancy. Let's not get too carried away. Is the Hane here okay, thanks to the R10 stone? Yeah, let's just not get fancy. Q18, P18, connect. Okay, so now I've got huge thickness here. He's got the territory. I've got the E14 cut and the K4, K5 reduction, and we've both got the potential to make some territory around here. If I if I had time and patience, now would be a good time to count. But I feel like black is maybe a little bit doing better. It's all about how well I can exploit the e14 cut. I think that's the real focus here. Okay, so he's going to go out of his way to protect the e14 cut. Damn. I feel like I blew my chance by playing k10. Okay, this will be the real test. How can I still exploit it? Okay. E14, E13, F14, F13. Now I can't extend one more spot because of H14. Okay. So he's also threatening to jump in here, so that's something to worry about. I feel like now would be a good time to play K4. Reduce that. And then see where to go from there. He might jump in at K13 right away. That's okay. Okay, he's going to grab that. I could grab R3. The thickness he gains won't be that significant now that I have K5 and K10, K4 and K10. But I don't feel secure enough to do that. Okay, O3, O4. There are so many big points. This is purely a strategical decision here. There's no tactics right now. It's just about where I want the game to go. Yeah, let's do O3. Force him to choose between protecting the corner with something like Q2 or P3, or going for some thickness with O4. I want to see what he intends to do before I make my next. My next decision. Okay, so he's going to go with Q2. He's going to go with the territory. So now the bottom side has also been neutralized. All of his thickness has basically been neutralized. He's chosen to cash it in for territory. I'm once again the one with the thickness up here. Yeah, let's start cashing it in. Let's go for K13, G17 Sente, followed by something like P6. According to my quick count, that should put me a little bit ahead, especially considering that I don't have to give him Komi. That's a big advantage. Okay, so he's going to grab that. So, this is what the game will be about. The game will be about how well I can kill that stone. Or not necessarily kill, but deal with that stone. So earlier I mentioned P6. P6 might be a little loose now because of his placement there. It might be Q8. That is the right choice. Yeah, Q8 is probably the right move here. If he pushes at P8, if I can get 3 pushes in, then that Sente R5 will be needed, at which point I can turn at P6. So I think that's probably the way to go. This stone, if this stone lives, then I'm in trouble. If this stone dies, then I've won. Let's see what happens. I really need a second monitor for home. I should get like a cinema display, a nice Mac cinema display. Okay, so he is going to go for P8, which is the move I mentioned. Do it, yeah. So Q7, he'll push again at P8. So I'll go down 3 times and then turn. If he pushes again the 3rd time, then R5 is a lot of territory. So yeah, let's go for that. I'm okay with this. Okay, that's just a forcing move. Give himself some good shape, prevent my cut. It's not really anything I have to worry about. He's definitely going to do P7 next. At least he definitely should. Oh, he's not. He's going to go right into M9. Okay, so that does leave me P7, which is a very important move for me. It's pretty much Sente, because after 08, that wrecks his shape. So I'll do 08. I'll do P7. He'll do 08. Or should I go for this, eliminating the eye? Then he'll definitely do P7. And we'll have the same thing going. We'll basically just have exchanged these 2 stones. I'm not sure who that exchange benefits. If I do this and he does 08. Yeah, I feel like that stabilizes him too much. Let's do this. And then he'll do P7. He'll have no choice. Come on, P7. Let's see what this guy's rank graph looks like. Japanese guy, cool. Rank graph. So he's been a 3Q/2Q for a long time, for about a year actually, and he plays pretty often. Certainly much more often than I've had time to. Okay, so he's going to do P7 now, so I'm going to do Q6. So now his choice is he going to do P6 or not? That's the real question. If he does P6, I've got R5, and that's a terribly difficult thing for somebody to choose to do. So he's probably going to take Q5 or R5. Yep, Q5. And now I can turn. So this is what I've been playing for. P5, P6 is the obvious move, the obvious turn that I want. But I can see the benefits to something like this as well. Oh, nope, not anymore. Can't do it because of the cut here. So actually I have to turn. That's totally fine. And now I've got him in bad shape. Okay, so if I go here, threatening the cut, he might connect, in which case I'll jump out. Or I could just slide in. He's not going to make an eye there anyway, so what's the point? I might as well just... this is going to be a false eye no matter what, because I've got a stone here and a stone here. So this is never going to be an eye, unless these stones die. So it's just about keeping him as off balance as possible. He's just floating. He has nothing really to look forward to connecting to, except maybe these. So he has to make eyes in the center of the board, which is not easy to do for most people. This is generally how Moyo games go, right? When you have a large Moyo like this, doom, doom, the opponent basically has to make one of these crazy invasions like P10 and just hope that he can make it live, because otherwise he'll never make enough territory. There's not enough territory on the rest of the board to compensate for it. So that's this is a familiar type of position for me, where I'm trying to kill this floating group and have to kill it at all costs. Okay, so he's doing this. I mean, he's trying to pressure me to get moves thickness along this side. And that's a good plan, except that it's going to weaken his corner. I mean, even right now, I've got R6, sorry, R5, which is pretty dangerous, right? I mean, if he pushes me down this way, then I'm going to kill one of these two groups. Okay, and now he's going to start harassing these stones. This is a good plan. This is a really good plan for him. If I go down and he gets me in a net, do I have enough liberties to break out? I think I do, but I'm not sure. I may need to jump out here right away. I may need to do this, wait for him to get me in the net, and then go for an O10 or an N10. Yeah, I think this is what I need to do. I need to go once. Get him. Let me get into an. Let him get me into a net. That will give me 2 liberties instead of the 1. Right? Like right now, this group only has 1 liberty. I mean, when it's just 2 stones, it only has 1 liberty here. But after the net, it's got 2 liberties down here. So that 1 extra liberty is what I need in order to be able to play one of these 2 moves. So that's the point of playing N7 first. It's not so much that I'm trying to break out here, although that may eventually become important as well. It's that it gives me the liberties necessary to play something like this. So which of these 2 is better, N10 or O10? N10, there. That's bad. O10, obviously he can't just do this. That will get me out. But if he does N10 in response, then I've got the connection, he goes above, and then I've got this cut here, which is really dangerous. But I'm not sure that it works. I have to think about this. And I'm low on time, of course. 1 sec. Yeah, I think O10 is going to work. He's probably going to play N10. Anything other than N10 is going to fail faster, I think. Okay, so he's thinking about this as hard as I am. So he'll probably find N10. So I wish I could show what I have in mind. I have quite a few variations in mind, but it's hard to. They're pretty long, so they're hard to speak about in a video without being able to show variations. Hopefully I'll show them after the game. But the basic idea is after he contains me with N10 and O10 and O11, there's a cut, obviously, at P9. And that P9 cut, I think, works. Because after P9 and he connects there, I can Atari here, he'll push out and I'll extend, and he'll be down basically to 1, 2 liberties, and I'll have 1, 2, 3 liberties, which is why this N7 move was so crucial. I needed to do it before I started this whole chain. So unless he can break out through some shortage of liberties, which I don't think he can, I think I'll end up killing these 2, the group here, which will obviously save me. So if he agrees with me, then he might try to trick me and play N10 anyway. If he doesn't agree with me, I mean, assuming that I'm right, if he agrees with me and decides not to trick me, then probably his best option is probably just something like M7, because that'll be Sente, right? I'll have to, prevent this whole thing from happening with 1 liberty down. So I'll play like N10, and then he'll be able to connect out with like M4. So probably. Okay, M4, just like I said. So he agrees with me that this is not going to work for him. So he's just going to connect this group to this group, and he can't connect by capturing, so he's going to connect on the outside. And he decided to do that through M4 because it also puts a lot of pressure on K4. So now what am I going to do about K4? I mean, I have to keep in mind that if even one liberty goes away from here, or if even one piece of the situation goes from here, then the status of this group changes. So I have to play everything with that in mind, that I can't upset this delicate balance here, because I'm ahead here only by very little. So what's the right thing to do? I can try to connect underneath at M3. I can try to connect out at K6. Keep in mind that I still am very much interested in killing this group. That probably K6 is the right thing to do here. Keeping in mind that M7 is Sente. He'll do M7, I'll go here, and then he'll have this to break out. But I'll probably just go along here. It's okay to let these live if I get compensation in some other form, like for example saving this stone and putting pressure on this group. Yeah, this is just a very interesting position. M3. Yeah, I'm worried about L3 if I do M3. Although I shouldn't be. Yeah, I think M3 is the right thing. It's best just to make I space for K4 on the bottom. No, but I'm really worried about... Okay, if I do K6, then he'll definitely do K8. I can also try to just cut, eliminate the risk, go here, prevent him from getting up any further. Still make a bunch of territory here. Maybe I will do that after I settle K4. So maybe the right thing to do is connect underneath for K4, get it I space in Sente, and then do N10. So then I'll still have some territory on the bottom, I'll still have the full thing here, and that should still be enough to put me ahead, I hope. So let's try that. Let's try M4 to connect on the bottom. Sorry, M3 to connect on the bottom. I'm 10 minutes behind on time. What's my overtime like? 35, okay. Okay, so he's going to let me connect. That's good. I just need to make sure I do it in Sente. Okay, so K4 is fine now. But how do I do this in Sente? I need to do this in Sente. If I just go here, is J5 really a threat? Not really. If I ignore and grab this now, he'll do K3. I'll go up here. Then he'll do K3, then J3, and I'll go up here. And yeah, it'll be difficult to save this group. So is there a Sente way to save this? Yeah, this might be at H4. So if I do H4, and he does J4, then I connect in Sente, yeah. And if he ignores, then I have threats to come out with this guy. Not that that's really much of a threat for him. I mean, he can just do C4 to stay alive. C4 Sente. It threatens the C7 cut. So maybe this will end in Gote for me. Maybe the best thing to do is just to take J4. That way, if he does take the Sente, then at least I've made a lot of territory with potential of J5. Nothing to worry about with the K3 cut. The ladder works for me. Or do I just screw the K4 stone, grab this? Then if he grabs K3, extend underneath. No, it's too risky. Yeah, let's just do J4. Let's see what he does. Let's see if he lets me take J5 with something like that. Okay, so he's going to take that. So that's going to leave me with J4. I mean, sorry, N10. And 10. Cool. So he'll have survived with his group. That's fine. I'll still be okay. Pretty much everywhere else. Maybe just do this first and then do something here. Well, no. So if I do this, he can still break into my territory by doing that. Maybe that's what I've been missing. There's really 2 points of entry into my territory. One's here and one's here. I can sort of deal with both of them by playing here. Then I've got the Hane here, and if he goes there, I've got the connection up top here. Yeah, so I think this is the right move. Of course, it results in a rather large situation around there, but that's okay. Okay, so he plays that, just as I expected. And I think this is the right containment. He's really reduced the territory here, but that's okay. I've made territory on the bottom. I've really reduced his framework here. I've still got cuts around there. So all in all, I'm still pretty happy with this. Is it safe to do the Hane? If I go here and he Hanes, is it safe for me to cut? Yes, obviously it is. If I connect, if he connects and I go here, have I contained him? I'm pretty sure I have. So let's go for that variation. So he's going to connect, and then I'll Hane. Okay, so containment achieved. He's now dealing with his problems in the corner. That's good. They were there. They existed. Is this Sente? Yeah, it is. If he goes to there, then I've got this cut here to worry about, so I have to do... well, I could do this. That's a good way to deal with it. Then it's not really Sente. Yeah, so this is a good way to steal Sente. Okay. If I go here, there, turn. Let me think about this. Oh crap, I'm down to overtime. Yeah, I think I have to do this. Well, I don't have to do it, I can just ignore it. That'll be some territory for him. Is it Sente? No, it's not. Not if I give him that. So, yeah, I'll just do that. Some territory, some safety. He'll probably take S7 eventually, if not now. Okay, he takes it now. I mean, obviously now he has to worry about these 2 cutting points. But not right now, not right away. I mean, who really cares about that 1 stone? Well, apparently he cares about that 1 stone. I think this is a kind of a waste of Sente. Okay, so I wish I had time to count right now. 10, maybe 15, 25. Yeah, I'm definitely ahead on territory. Maybe it's time to just start consolidating. Yeah, let's grab J5 while I can. That's obviously Sente. I've got all sorts of nice attacks if he ignores. And then I'll grab G17. G17 being like the last really large territorial point on the board right now. except maybe c4. Yeah, so he does respond. That's good. g17 for territory's sake, and then just go into the endgame, I guess. Could it be better here? No, g17 is definitely better. Or should I take something like b3 first? Yeah, that's pretty large. I'm not. Just because c4 is sente, so I'd have to. Okay. I see where he's going with this. He wants to break in here, but if I go here, let him do that, and then just treat that stone lightly, then I'm totally okay. So it looks like he's trying to make territory around here, but it's not really going to happen. I mean, even if he captures this stone, I've got so many entry points. So, okay, thanks for the sente. Again, this guy gives away sente just a little too often. I can completely erase that corner. Sure, let's erase that corner. Okay. My group is in a little bit of danger. Let's prevent that. I would think about these things more carefully and think about ways to do them in sente and such if I had more time, but unfortunately I don't. So I might be doing some suboptimal things here. It's okay, safety first. I feel like I'm ahead. Is this sente? Not anymore. Not since b3. Yeah, this is not sente anymore. Let's just grab g17. I mean, after c7 cut is not that worrying anymore. Okay, this is even less worrying. So he is actually, it looks like he is going to make some territory here, but not that much of it. I've still got things like j12 as well. It's a little bit tricky. I'm not sure if I could have gone to d12 instead. I'm running low on time. I think I've given him too much territory here, but it's okay. Okay, just trying to find the best reduction points into this territory. Something that won't get capped immediately. I think this is okay. If h7, then this threatens to connect out here. So he'll actually not, I think, be able to play g7. So as long as I get g7, I'm okay. He might play g7 right away, and that's given up a few points for him. So all in all, this is okay with me. We've each got 2 corners and a significant chunk of center. The only difference is I have 1, 2, 3 sides, and he's got 0. So I think all that's going to add up. And still, no komi. So I don't have time to count, but I'm pretty sure I'm ahead. Okay, so he's going to take g7, like I said. So that's the conservative and probably the correct move. So now I just have to make the most of it. Poke in as much as I can, reduce this as much as I can. So if I go here and he connects, then Atari connect, come up here to connect again. So I don't know if this cut is, if this honey is safe. It looks like it might get cut at D12. I don't have time to read that out. D12, Atari, extend, cut. So I think if he does cut, then I'll have some Aji around here. Okay, he is going to cut. I have lots of Aji now, thanks to this cut. Like, obviously this is now completely unavailable to him, because I'll have this Atari and then this. What happens if I play this cut now right away? Extend. Yeah, let's see what happens. Crap, I just missed the time control. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. So, I mean, correct thing is probably F14. The only problem is after that I've got the double Atari after D13, C12, double Atari at C13. I just have to get enough liberties to do that, which I think I can do with an F12 kind of approach. F12, then here. Okay, so he's not going to do F14, he's going to do that. I think that's bad because this is now threatening to kill here. Oh, okay, that's what he's going to do. Okay, if I break out here, then I'm threatening to Atari here, kill those things. I've got lots of threats, I'm just not sure if any of them work. If I can get F13, if he plays anything other than F13, then I'll F13, and it'll be a liberty race between this group and this group. And I'll just make as many forcing moves as I can around here to get enough liberties to kill here. If he plays anything, if he does play F13, then Atari, probably connect, probably this Atari here, probably connect here, and then these stones will be dead. So it looks like this will be okay. Even if, the thing is, like, this is pure profit for me. Even if I fail here and lose those stones, I'm still probably ahead. So worst case scenario is I just blow a good opportunity and lose some Aji. I don't think I can end up behind because of this. I don't think. I am often outread. And there's still interesting cuts. I wish I had C8. If I had C8, there would be so many tactics here. But without C8, this cutting point in D10 is not really that useful. Anyway, so let's see if he decides to do F13 or something other than F13. That's really the most important thing right now. It might turn into a ko as well, by the way. If he plays like G13, F13, and then he doesn't connect, then capture, he goes here, I go here, he goes here, and now it's an Atari for this liberty, which will turn out to be really vital, I think. So this could turn into a ko fight. If it does, I don't know who's got more ko threats. I've got lots of ko threats around here. He's got ko threats around here. Then it'll be a matter of like having to count to see the relative value of the ko threats, and I certainly don't have time to count relative values of ko threats. Unless I count them while he's counting them, because he does have time to count them. It seems like he's spending most of that time right now, though, deciding whether to F13 or not. The longer he thinks, the less likely it is he's going to play f13, because f13 is probably the wrong move. So f13 probably won't probably won't happen. We're probably looking at g14 to connect these 4 stones out. And f13 he might connect, he might ignore that. Either way, I've got to make some liberties. Okay, if I play f14 and he connects, and I go here, how many liberties has he got? He'll have 1, 2... It's hard to count these 3 liberties because it depends on which order I approach them in, but approximately 5. So he'll have approximately 5 liberties, 5 or 6. Okay, he's going to do g13. I said g14, he did g13, that's fine. So yeah, f13 is probably the right thing to do. Whether or not he connects is the next big decision he has to make. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties, not enough. But if I go here, then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 liberties, which may or may not be enough, but I can get more with something like h10. That k10 stone might really come in handy, granting me a crucial extra 1 or 2 liberties. There's also g11 to think about. I don't have to Atari here. I can go here, still threatening the Atari, but I need to read that out. I need to see if that actually works. And on top of that, there's still the option of doing g14, h14 cut. That alone I might have enough liberties to kill this group if I can't kill that group. Ooh, he's actually not going to protect this cut. He's going to leave me that cut. Okay, so how about this? If he's going to do that, I can capture, and then he'll go here, and then I'll be pretty much out of options. Or I could go here, threaten the double Atari, he'll have to connect, I'll go here, Atari, there, and then he'll be down to 2 liberties, well 3 really. This is so difficult, I don't have time. Okay, I'm going to lose that time period, doesn't matter. I have to think. Capture him. Yeah, I think it's going to turn into a cut. Okay, I'm just going to have to capture here. He's going to have to extend. I'll go here. Yeah, this is probably going to turn into a ko. Connect. Here. So I'll be down to 1, 2 liberties. Then here. 1 liberty. There. So difficult. Oh, this is nice. It's a good way to grant himself an extra liberty. I should have taken that. Oh boy. Okay, I think I'm going to lose those stones. It's okay. These stones aren't that important. Yeah, so now I can't go here as I would have wanted to because of that stone. C11 is very clever. Although, actually, I think it's still a ko. Yeah, I can still go here now. You'll have to take the ko. So actually, it is still a ko. Okay. Ko for life and death. So this is very important ko. Where are my threats? Where are my threats? I could just take h17, let him kill, and then grab another big point. That might be enough. Oh crap, I'm so low on time. I could use this as an opportunity to try to capture something here. Okay, I'm down to my last period. Fuck. I don't really have any co-threads. Okay, I'm just gonna take 2 big points. He'll kill this. That's okay. That's okay. I've still got everything here. And what'll be my other big point? My other big point will be let's grab that. Okay. I really wish I had time to count to see if I was ahead. Seven to 4 prisoners. These are all really small moves. I don't know why he's playing them. I've got T14 1 point and then S8 to prevent the monkey jump, right? S8 is worth quite a few points. Q1 is Sente. Mostly though just small endgame moves. This game's almost over. My palms are sweaty. Knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Okay. I don't think this works. I think this is a little too deep. J15. What's he gonna do? Maybe J16? Maybe that's the plan. In which case I'll take that reduction, that's fine. I'll take L15 or something, let him poke in here a bit. It's fine. I really wish I wasn't down to 30 seconds for each move. 8 views. Nice. I mean, viewers. Hello, Gobaduke. Okay, so he agrees that there's nothing there for white. Okay, this is probably scary. I just need to protect. And if I take this, then he's got Atari, extend. Yeah, that's scary. So let's do that. And if he connects there, can I do that? I think I probably can. Okay, that's fine. Good reduction, good reduction. No complaints there. That was a good 5 or 6 points that he just got for free there. In Sente. It's kind of compensated for, though, by the opportunities he had for reduction here that he kind of just threw away by the K15, J15 exchange. So Still okay. I really want S8. Okay, J1. Is that even Sente? If I take K1, I don't even think that's Sente, to be honest. Because, I mean, normally it is, but there's nothing really he can... Yeah, I think I can ignore after H1. Can I? Yeah, I think I can ignore. Just grab Q1. So this is a lucky break for me. He misread that. I think he thinks K2 is Sente. I mean, he thinks K2 is a problem for me, but it's really not. Unless I'm misreading things. Okay. So let's see what happens. I don't think anything bad will happen. Quite honestly, I could have just ignored that, let him capture that stone, and taken R2. That's probably bigger anyway. Seeing that it almost threatens to maybe possibly kill. But... Oh, fuck. That's what he's going for. Oh, God. I did misread. I completely misread. Oh, God. Oh. Yeah, I completely misread that. Normally, if I had one more liberty here, then this would have been no threat at all, but as it is, it is. Complete misread on my part. Was I ahead? If it wasn't for that? I mean, if I had just done the obvious thing, what does score estimator say? I don't have time to read. Yeah, I was ahead. I was significantly ahead. Oh, God, that's embarrassing. So, like, if I had one more liberty... Whoops. If I had, like, one more liberty, like, if this wasn't here, I don't know, whichever one, like that, then this is not really a problem. I can do this because... Well, no, sorry, I mean, like, one liberty on this group. Like, if... Sorry. Like, if this stone hadn't been here, then this would have been completely okay. If black ignores... It's not really a threat, but... Oh, God, I'm such a loser. Okay. There were some other things I wanted to review here, but... But I forget what they are now. I'm just really frustrated. What was it that I wanted to look at? I should make like a comment whenever I need to review something afterwards, so that I remember which moves needed looking at. Anyway, yeah, so I was ahead by 17 points, but I threw away a tactic. Oh well, that's what happens. I'm at 4Q now, and no question mark. Hopefully my delta is still fairly high. Better luck next time. Thanks, guys.